Game 6 is tonight. Indiana Pacers versus the New York Knicks in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Will Indiana close it out, or will the New York Knicks find a way to keep this series going and tie this series at 3 games apiece? My answer is coming up right now. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to get into it like that. I'm just going to get straight to the point. The Pacers are ending the series tonight. Indy in 6. Hallie to the finals. It's happening. It's happening. I don't want to hear Jalen Brunson. He's a free throw merchant, by the way. You know, a little flop back he does with his head, all that. Yeah. Lee got to get a hold of that. Then they put a flopping rule somewhere. I'm confused, right? That's besides the point. Tyrese Halliburton, your leadership is going to have to be A1 tier tonight. They're going to need it, right? Of course, Game 4, historical game to go up 3-1. Then we all know what happened in Game 5, and you have people talking about you on social media, saying that you're not a true point guard, you're not a superstar, further proving Stephen A's point that you're not a superstar, but I believe you're a superstar. So, once again, that's besides the point. Just before tonight, we know Siakam's going to come with it. He's been saving the Pacers behind this whole series, pretty much. The team dynamics: Andrew Nembhard, T.J. McConnell, Ben Mathurin. They play as a cohesive unit on that bench. I kept saying it. The Pacers have one of the best, if not the best, bench in all of basketball, and it shows in the playoffs. Like, they did it last year to the Knicks, therefore eliminating them, and now we see it again this year. And my point is still being proven that Indiana has one of the best benches, top 5, if not the best bench in all of basketball. 100%. Now, Tibbs, the rotation that he is playing, 9, 10 guys deep. You love that. You love that if you're the New York Knicks organization. If you're Tom Thibodeau, you love that if you're Tibbs. You want to play your guys instead of playing 6 and 7 guys trying to play the stars or play the older guys instead of playing the young guys. I mean, yeah. But that's besides the point, too. If you remember the R.J. Barrett, Kevin Knox, Dennis Smith Jr. days where they didn't want to play Kevin Knox, and he had a stellar rookie season. But that, once again, they're going to win tonight. And I feel like the Pacers versus the Thunder is going to, yes, ratings are going to be low because people with small markets, blah, blah, blah. Stop doubting small markets, please. Stop giving smaller markets crap because you want to see all the bigger markets in the finals and stuff like that. No, they just can't win in the playoffs or they get hurt. So stop it. And in most of them, they can't win. So all these fans saying, oh, this is going to be a F grade finals. This is going to be a tier 5 type of finals. Like, we're not going to have anything. Man, look. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander versus Tyrese Halliburton, 2 great point guards, by the way, who are about the same size. They're tall point guards. Facilitate. They can lead. Pretty much the leading scorer on the teams. MVP in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander versus an MVP candidate, in my eyes, in Tyrese Halliburton. I don't see where things go wrong. And then you have J-Dub versus Pascal Siakam, the co-stars going at it. I don't see where Pacers Thunder could be wrong for anything. But here's the thing. It is the storyline of this whole finals, if it happens tonight, that's going to capture people's attention, I'm going to tell you. Pacers Thunder. Paul George played for both of those franchises. Paul George basically built both of those teams. If you look back at the trade, he built both of those teams. And Paul George is the biggest connection for the Pacers Thunder NBA Finals. That's the biggest connection. Paul George, PG-13, PG-24. Yes. Podcast P, Playoff P. Paul George. If anybody asks me what is the backstory to this finals, I'm going to say Paul George is the backstory to this finals. Paul George is the backstory. Hands down. Paul George.